Okay, so here's the deal. Basically, they just sent me home from school because I gave blood and I didn't eat enough before I gave blood. But I'm laying on the table and this woman is like about like she just lets me lay there for like 40 minutes before she even attempts to poke me with a needle. And then she moves the needle around inside my arm. And then they poked both arms. Like we did it on my right and we realized we couldn't do that because the vein was too small, so they had to do it on my left. So now both of my arms hurt, like really bad. And so I didn't eat enough before I gave blood because I thought I was either going to have lunch before I gave blood or like right after. And either one would have been fine. And, usually I go to third lunch. But, the blood drive has kind of screwed up the lunches, so you could go to really anyone you were able to go to. Well, she leaves me sitting, there's 4 lunches. She leaves me sitting on this table for like 40 minutes, so that's 2. You get 20 minutes, that's 2 lunches. Then, it takes like another 20, 30 minutes to get, my blood situated and going and all, and poking both arms with the needle. And then, so after that, they, after I'm all done and whatnot, my friend Rachel was there and she, walks me over to the table, make sure it doesn't fall over, pass out or anything. And so, like, I'm at the table and I ate 2 things of fruit snacks. That's all I got for lunch because all of the lunches were over. I didn't get to eat. That was my lunch. So I'm sitting there and I'm eating and I'm drinking and whatever and it's fine. And then, so I get really tired. Like, I just get really, really sleepy. And so, like, I go lay down for a minute or 2 and I felt fine. I wanted to take a nap. Like, that was my intent. I wanted to take a nap. Like, that's why I laid down. But they're like, you can't go to sleep, you have to stay awake. And I was like, okay. So, sorry. So they keep me awake, and then they send me down to my school nurse. And my school nurse, I'm delirious when I get down there. Like, I just start talking to people and just start making funny statements, I guess, because they were laughing at me. I don't know. So, I'm not, like, everything is tingly because I'm missing, like, a pint of blood. So, everything's tingly and I'm just giggly and whatever. So then, like, I'm sitting there and I'm joking with Mr. Stevens. I just wanted some aspirin from Miss Edie to, like, get my headache to go away because I had a headache. So, she was dealing with another person, like, who was, like, passed out on the floor. And they didn't even give blood, which I thought was funny. But, so anyway, all of a sudden, like, a wave of nausea, like, comes over me. And I, like, feel like I'm going to throw up. So I put my head between my knees and I just kind of pray that it's going to go away. Then all of a sudden I'm just like, I'll be back. So I, like, walk down to the, 30 feet to the girls' restroom. And, like, there's a trash can right inside. And I just, like, me and this trash can go at it. Like, I'm just puking up a lung. Like, it was awful. So Miss Williams comes down there. And, she is like, are you okay? Blah, blah, blah. All this stuff. So then they end up putting me on a wheelchair. And then they wheel me into the office. And they're like, we're going to call your mom. And I'm like, at this point, I'm passed out. Like, I'm laying on my own lap. Like, passed out. Like, with a trash can in front of me. Like, my head's, like, half in the trash can. Like, I'm done. I'm done. And so they call my mom. My mom comes and gets me. And then she starts, like, whatever. And then, so I get home. And I eat a little bit. And then I pass out. And then, in like, a span of, like, 40 minutes. And I get up and I'm like, okay, it's like 2:15. School gets out at 2:20. Practice starts at like 2:50/3. And so I wanted to be there. Like, I wanted to at least go with my little crackers and my water and eat and sit and drink and watch. So that, so I am not completely lost on Monday and getting my head ripped off by my instructors. Like, I don't want to do it. I didn't even want to miss 7th period. Had I not been, like, puking my life out of my system, then I would have been in 7th period. But no, we had to call Mom. We couldn't have just given me some crackers. No. We had to make things harder than they need to be. That is Eastern High School for you. Way to go. Oh, and on top of all of that, this morning, my sister wants to, have it out with me. When did it become okay for sisters to just get all up in your shit and, steal clothes? No. No. If I borrow something from her, I'll take it and I'll be like, I have this, and then I give it back. And, she wanted to bitch at me, and I'm like, you stole my stuff. What do you mean? What? I have a reason to be mad. And then my mom wanted to defend her. And I'm like, quit picking favorites and let me beat the shit out of her just once. And I almost did in the school parking lot. It was so bad. All right. I'm out of here.